Yo, yo, it's your favorite bear here to help you understand the Season 2 patch notes that just dropped. We have actual numbers and a really good in-depth look of what Season 2 is going to be looking like. So let's get right into it. Alright, let's get into the weapon balancing first. Weapon balancing. So for the assault rifles, what this section means here is that they're just normalizing the damage. So if you hit them in the arm, it just does 1 times damage, rather than doing less. Like why if you shoot them somewhere else does it do less damage? Like that makes no sense, right? Except unless it's your butt. If you shoot them in the tail, yeah, it should do less damage. So like things like that. It's just normalizing the damage for like the upper body and things like that. Like that feels it's just gonna make it feel more normalized. So for this, optimized assault rifle bullet trajectory. I think that means bullet drop. Like how soon did they drop? But we'll see. Reduced initial recoil, then increased recoil in the latter phase. This means that you get really good accuracy, like way less recoil before, but if you just keep mag dumping someone, the gun becomes more and more uncontrollable as you go. And I think that's healthy, actually. Like it gives it a more like realistic gun feel. You can't just keep holding it super accurate the whole time. This last one, optimized assault rifle damage fall off curve. So it is a little bit more effective at like medium to long-ish range, 50 to 100. Like you're still gonna get snipers out sniping you, but just a more powerful gun at a kind of mid-range. So that'll feel kind of cool. So before we get into individual guns, we have adjusted hip fire delay while sprinting for most of them. And what this means, I think, is when you're sprinting, how fast can you ready up to hip fire? Because you have that little delay, like it's not instant. But for most of them, they have quite a like a hefty change of like reducing that. And also ADS delay. But this is if you right click with the gun and you look down sights. That's what ADS delay is. Like how soon can you start shooting if you hold right click? So yeah, now we'll go through each individual gun and talk about their changes. The Type 4 has increased bullet velocity. So just gonna get there faster, just feel a little bit more responsive. That'll be nice. But it's also getting a damage increase. Type 4 might actually be the go-to this season. Because our usual go-to, the MK47, is getting a fire rate decrease. But like most of the assault rifles, is getting less hip fire delay and less ADS delay. It's gonna be a snappier, more fun running gun type gun. AS Val actually getting buffed across the board. It has more RPM and 1 extra damage. It's not a huge buff, but it might make it a little bit more fun to use. The A94 is getting a very slight nerf. It's just to the hip fire delay while sprinting, and it's barely. I don't think we'll notice, honestly. I really don't think we'll notice. AM16. The damage is being reduced by quite a bit, down from 28 to 24. And in compensation, the burst mode recoil is actually going to be reduced. And I like this change. Like I didn't use this gun at all because the recoil just felt too heavy. I didn't want to fight it. Even with the vertical suppressor, I don't want to fight recoil like that. So I'm happy for that. I'd rather take less damage and I don't have to fight the recoil to get it, you know? Again, less ADS delay and less hip fire delay while sprinting, so it's going to be more snappy, responsive. The 9A, 9-1, pretty much just the delays. A little more delay for hip fire, but less ADS delay. So for the SMGs here, I'm not entirely sure this is accurate because adjusted assault rifle damage multipliers. Listen, hire me for your PR. I noticed these things. I noticed. So this might not be accurate. If it is, SMGs are actually getting a buff to headshot damage. I think before they reduced it quite a bit. It was only like 1.1 times damage for headshots on SMGs, but this is now 1.5. So if this isn't a typo, this is supposed to be SMG, I think they might actually be increasing the headshot damage for SMGs. But in general, again, just normalizing the damage, just making everything feel normal if you hit them in the upper half. So that is good. So before I get into each individual SMG here, right here where it says adjusted spread reduction coefficient, this is a little awkwardly worded. What it means here is how much is the spread being reduced by, and this value is increasing. Therefore, the spread is being reduced. So SMGs will be more accurate, less spread, okay? It's a little awkwardly worded that makes it seem like it's getting more spread, but if you really like go through each word, spread reduction coefficient. Spread reduction is being increased. Therefore, less spread. Sorry, let's get into each individual gun though. For the M10, surprisingly, getting a nerf. Dude, the MAC-10 getting a nerf? No way. It's not that popular. I don't feel like it deserves it, but alright. We'll see. It's getting less hipfire delay by almost half. And less ADS delay. So again, a better hipfire gun. That's how we use them anyway, honestly. It's just gonna be, maybe that's what they're going for with the SMGs. Like they're more run and gunny, snappy hipfire, like near insta stop. Shoot them so you can really actually run and gun with them. But we'll see how this feels. I'm not entirely sure that's what that means, but we'll see. So SMG5, exact same, less hipfire delay, way less ADS delay, but quite a bit of a damage reduction there. 25 down to 22, but quite a hefty spread reduction. So more accurate, maybe with a higher headshot damage multiplier, and it's just going to be like a more literal run and gun. So that's interesting. The PPSH45, it is getting quite a bit of fire rate, going from 900 to 1000 RPM. It's going to be less hipfire delay, quite a bit less ADS delay, and the damage though is going down from 25 to 19. Like that is a hefty damage reduction. I feel like everybody uses this one for the medics. So it's like, I feel like it's maybe deserved, but I'm a little sad about it. And also quite a bit less spread reduction. The PS29, I'm super sad about this. It's getting quite a bit of a damage reduction too. This is my favorite one. Justice for PS29. Everybody consider it like a very unpopular, not good one. I love this. It's my favorite one to use. But it is getting less spread, a little bit of a hipfire delay while sprinting decrease, and quite a substantial ADS delay decrease. So again, more snappy, but yeah, quite a bit less damage reduction there. Sad. M90. This one's getting a slight nerf to the fire rate, but hipfire delay reduced, ADS delay reduced, and less spread. But the damage decrease too. That's it across the board pretty much. Like there's gonna be snappier, faster guns with quite a bit less spread, but damage decrease pretty much across the board. So alright, let's get into these LMGs. LMG, these are the ones I'm most interested in as a bear main. These LMG changes. Again, they're just normalizing the damage. Do you shoot them in the upper body? It's just gonna feel the same. Good. Optimize LMG damage fall-off curve, increase the distance. Oh, so they're gonna be better if you hit your shots downrange. Like more damage will carry for longer. I feel that's gonna feel pretty cool. Like give them like something that they're good at over SMGs and ARs. Increased maximum bullet spread. This is something I was asking for when they reduced the effectiveness of the bipod because of the PKP. Like, please don't reduce the recoil reduction. Like, don't make the recoil worse, make the spread worse. If you make recoil worse, I can offset that at the expense of my wrist. So I can still use it the same, it just hurts more. But if you increase the spread, that's doing the same thing, but I can't do anything about that. So there's your balance. That's the better way to put it. So I'm really happy these devs know what they're doing. I'm happy. So for the PKP, rejoice. We're getting a substantial fire rate decrease here. Substantial. That was a huge nerf to damage. But it is getting a damage increase. So if you hit the shots, it's still gonna hit pretty hard, but you can't just like body shot you to death. Like this is gonna reward good player accuracy. I'm for that. And again, spread reduction coefficient, so the amount of spread reduction is being decreased, therefore the gun will have more spread. So they're getting more ADS delay, which again was something I was asking for. They feel like they just ADS way too fast, so a little ADS delay, which is going to feel better, even though it's a nerf. And again, a little increased damage, so it's going to reward headshotting more and closer up. It's still going to be something you don't want to get close to, but downrange, it's a little bit less scary. So for the RPL, surprisingly, they're making the RPM the same as the PKP. And I don't like that. I prefer they had a character. Like the PKP feels different to the RPL. If they had the same RPMs, just kind of make them feel samey again. I liked that they had a different feel to them. So, but I'll see how that actually feels in game. So the less hip fire delay while sprinting, making it more of a running gun, which is kind of strange. But and less ADS delay by quite a bit. So RPL is gonna be the snappier version of the PKP, which is like the opposite of what they are now. That's gonna feel weird. I'll see how that feels in game. But again, more spread. This means more spread for sure. Then the QBB, just not by as much as the others, but a little more spread. It already is a very spread heavy gun, so yeah, that's all they're doing. So the DMRs, they're gonna feel more like a scoped AR now. It's like significantly reduced weapon spread when ADSing and during sustained fire. So like when you ADS, you're scoped in and you're shooting, the bullets just go everywhere. It's so hard to hit. So now it's gonna have less of that, so be more accurate overall while ADSing. It'd be super nice. I'm here for that, especially like my favorite, like the MK4 full auto. That's gonna feel really fun. That might be a threat with the MK4 full auto. I don't have numbers for these, so I can't really say for sure what these are gonna be like. Adjusted weapon recoil and bullet trajectory. So they may have less recoil and the bullet drop isn't as severe, but we'll see. Like again, there's no numbers. I don't know. I'm just guessing there. And removed the initial recoil increase coefficient. I think this means that that initial kick isn't going to be as severe. It's like, you know, when you shoot, it goes, whoa, it's super fast to go up. That it's just not going to be like that. I have no idea. There's no numbers. It's not entirely clear what that means. I think it's that initial kick from like the MK4 that goes, whoa, it's super hard to control. May not be there. Which may make DMRs really good. Optimized weapon damage, fall off curve, enhancing damage performance at medium to long range. So they're just going to be maintaining that damage for longer. So like you're going to reward those headshots. All right, let's go over each individual one. VSD is going to be more hip fire delay while sprinting and more ADS delay, which is kind of interesting. It's kind of like a nerf, but in a way that I don't think I'm really going to notice. Like you're gonna be kind of far away using it, so like, does it matter? The VSK92, more bullet velocity. It's gonna be easier to hit those shots. And sniper rifles. Sniper rifles are interesting. Across the board, they're getting more bullet velocity, which means the bullet's gonna go further before it starts to drop. So you're gonna be able to hit your shots from further ranges without having to aim quite so high above them anymore. It's gonna feel just better quality of life, in my opinion. It'll be weird to adjust to a different bullet drop, but yeah, we'll see. Just the proto's a little interesting actually. It's a bit of a mixed bag here, where you have more velocity on the standard rounds, more velocity on the armor piercing rounds, but the damage on the standard rounds is going down. And the close range damage is slightly reduced, which I think means we're gonna have to see what the damage is like there. Like, is it still gonna be a one-shot body shot, or does this increase mean that you can't one-shot body shot anymore? I think it's healthy to not be able to one-shot body shot with a sniper, but we're just gonna have to see what the damage break points are. Like, it's I can't tell. I'm going to try and game. I don't have enough math power to like, is this enough? I don't know. So the L90A1, more velocity. M72, more velocity. Just gonna be easier to hit those headshots down further range. Super hyped for that. Alrighty, shotguns. This is their the balancing philosophy for shotguns this season. Increased weapon handling difficulty while maintaining close range advantages. You can see that reflected in the stats that we have here for the Home Defender and the M88. We have increased vertical recoil and increased recoil recovery speed for the Home Defender. So it's going to have a higher initial kick, and it's going to be just harder to take it back to center as fast as it used to be before. And we have less pellet count. So even if you hit every pellet, that's reduced damage, and you have less chance to hit somebody for full damage anyway because you have less pellets. This is really confusingly worded. Reduced minimum and maximum spread. I think what this means is your initial accuracy needs to be higher, like you have a smaller cone to start with, and as it goes further away from you, the pellets won't spread as much. So you need to be more accurate. I think it's very confusingly worded. And optimize damage fall off curve, reducing medium range damage. So it's going to be less of less sniper feeling, you know. You need to be closer for full damage. I think that's healthy for shotguns. Same for the M88, less pellet count, down to 9, same as the Home Defender. So you have to hit more pellets more accurately, and you just have less of a chance to hit somebody, and it's just less damage overall. This also has a reduced fire rate. It's not going to fire as fast. So just overall, a DPS nerf. Reducing minimum and maximum spread. Again, you have to be more accurate. And same deal as the Home Defender. Less medium range damage. You have to be closer up for full damage again. I'm just going to go through these optimizations and improvements real quick. This is a great change. You start with everything, every character unlocked. It took Overwatch years to do this, so I'm really happy the devs are already doing this change. It's so frustrating as a new player coming in and you don't have all the answers. Like, there's certain characters are great counters, and if you don't have that even available to you, it's so frustrating. So I'm very happy that they're already doing that for us. And for veteran players like me who've already unlocked all the characters, we're getting the beast tags back. And it might take a couple days for us to get that, so be patient if they're not there. And yep, and we'll be getting new items unlockable with beast tags instead of characters. So new stuff for veteran players. I'm super hyped for that. And the battle pass, no FOMO. You missed season 1, you can go back and do it again. That is great. I love games who do that. I absolutely hate the FOMO of certain games that if you miss it, it's gone forever. This is a great thing for us. I'm very happy for that. For improvements, I'm not going through everything. Everything's really important here. Optimize the interruption logic for tactical sprints, improving the seamless transition between tactical sprint and other actions. So, you know, if you are running and suddenly you press, you just stop. You just stop in place. You can't shoot or anything for like half a second. It's so frustrating. I think that's what they're talking about. Like, we're going to make that less. Just remove it or just make it like take less time. So that I'm very happy for that. Added climb interruption logic. This is amazing. So you're trying to climb a crate or something. You're stuck in that animation. You can't just cancel it, right? But like now you can. That's great. Like it allows more reactionary gameplay. You don't just die. You have a chance to do something. That's really, really cool. Deathmatch is still going to be available. Super cool. With a couple changes there. I'm super hyped for this one. Playing a match with a max level weapon, all weapon XP earned will now be converted into XP cards. I always felt that like when I finish a gun, I'm like, I better not use it because I'm wasting EXP that I could be using for a different gun, but I don't like that gun as much because I haven't unlocked it all the way. So I'm really happy for this change for veteran players like me. I can just keep using the guns I prefer and slowly build other guns without using them. So super happy. For rendering on the match result page, I've always felt that when you get to the end of the match, it's like, why are the characters so like low poly looking? So they'll look cool now. I'm super happy for that. All right, for Valiant balancing, we just had a big balance patch for this already, but now we have specific numbers. So I'm gonna again just ignore stuff that we've already covered, and just go through stuff that's new. What we have here, a new one for Vlad, reduces the flame spread radius when exploded midair. We're talking about his burning barrel ability. I feel like this is good. Like, you can just throw the barrel super high in the air and the spread just goes absolutely everywhere, covers the point, and you get your ult back like in 20 seconds. It's kind of ridiculous. So I'm okay with that. It rewards skill expression. Like, you have to be more accurate. It's like, it's less people can say Vlad takes no skill. He takes more skill now. So there you go. There's going to be skill expression and being able to hit the burning barrel more accurately. It needs to be placed where you need it at the time. I think that's good. And we have details. The actual values of the Fury Cannon nerf is basically half. 0 to 1 meter, 100%. It's 0 to half a meter. And finishing, instead of 3 meters, it's about 1.5 meters to 2. And from 60 down to 35. So it's going to be about half. It's going to take me like 4 times as many shots to kill you if I'm at max range and I have 1 meter less. It's going to feel so much healthier. Like, there's actual counterplay to this gun. It's the one thing I said was really wrong with it, is you cannot hide from it. You need an entire building between me and you if I'm hitting you with this thing. So now you can hide behind a medium-sized crate, and either I'm doing way less damage, or because of the damage range reduction, I don't hit you at all. So now you can hide from this gun. That's a really, really, really good change. Interestingly, Ryan, they don't mention the reduction, the cooldown reduction of this. They're just saying that the ability of the smoke, it's only going to last for 9 seconds. I think this is good overall for the game. It's so annoying when the Brian boss just throw the smoke everywhere and you can't see anything for so long. It's great to have the duration reduced, but if he's not getting a timer reduction with that, that's just, I don't know. That's not what they said last patch. Maybe they forgot to include it. We'll see. We'll see when this goes live. We finally have the values of the all extension for Ryan 2. If he kills somebody with his all up, he gets a 5-second extension. That's pretty strong. If they make it so that this actually works against bots, that's going to be a really strong addition for him, for sure. And here's something new for Fox here. If you slide through her Q and get the additional stealth effect, you will not be affected by enemy collision. What this means is you can slide through a player. So now you have the choice, do I stealth and stay here, or do I stealth and literally slide through them and teleport behind them? Now you can be literally teleports behind you, nothing personnel, kid. Like, that's a cool, really cool skill expression. Foxes really, I struggle with foxes in this game, so I'm scared for this, but I think it's really cool. Fox is so hard to play. Reward good skill expression. I'm all about that. I think that's a really, really, really fun change. This one, I think it's better worded. You can activate Zen's roll by pressing the sprint key. I think what I think they're gonna do is when you have your E active, instead of pressing spacebar to roll, you just press the tactical sprint key, and you don't have to like look sideways for that. It's just gonna be the equivalent of pressing spacebar instead. But it does cost stamina, so I can't just keep doing it forever. I think that's a really cool change. If it works like that, I'm gonna be okay with it. I was really worried that I'm gonna have to look 90 degrees to roll perpendicular to somebody. So if it's literally just, you just pressed my shift key and I roll the same way, I'm okay with that. And I'm okay with it having like a limit to it as well. I think that's a very healthy change for the game, if it works that way. So alright, now you know what to expect for Season 2. Don't forget, new skins. Alright, much love. I'll see you guys in game, I don't doubt, pretty soon.